Spielberg, of all people, decided to get into the game industry. What happens? A game that really nobody actually remembers, but it's kind of fun. So, let's play Boom Blox. I do actually have fond memories of this game, to be perfectly honest. I was really surprised to find out pretty recently, just a few months ago, that nobody really knows what this game is. I'm kind of disappointed by that. More than anything, I love this game's sequel, but it's one of those things where it feels wrong playing the sequel without playing its roots first. You're gonna be... What's your name? Not Sean. Sherman the Sheep. But we can be... I think the Blox part of my name is kind of redundant in this case, so we can just do Keep-Aid. So this game has a lot of things to offer, including, actually, it's one of those games where every single level is something that you... Well, actually, that would be a lie. I would say every single level that you find in this mode, play mode, can actually be created in create mode. That's not actually the case, that they use some things that players aren't allowed to use, but you know what? You can actually have the option to edit any level you find in this mode. Hi, cow. And as such, you can actually use those things that you're not allowed to use regardless. So this is one of those games that are very, very heavily centered around having, well, anything you want to do with it, essentially. Anything the devs make is theoretically supposed to be something you can make. So a lot of the fun is making your own stuff, which I never really got too into in this game, to be honest. Especially when you actually can unlock things that are usable in create mode that aren't actually in the game's campaign at all. Particular weapons and the like, for example. The logical thing to do would be to introduce online into this. It's really hard to do strong throws without knocking over my microphone. Power throws are gonna be really hard. I don't know if I can do it. Actually, no, I have an idea. There we go. I'm just gonna tire up my arms, but I can do it. There we go. So yes, the logical conclusion would be to actually have online levels, so people can share the levels and the like. Unfortunately, that didn't come along until a game's sequel. Okay, you can actually see how I'm rotating the remote. Look at that. We can go through. We're forced to go through tutorial, so I'd say. Well, of course we're going to go through tutorial, but that aside, it's good to be refamiliarized with how to play this game, anyways. So the main thing that made me love the sequel was that, and aside from thinking it was better in most ways, it also had the improvements. Oh, don't you dare! There we go. Had some other improvements that stemmed from the idea of getting to actually share levels and the like. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure WeConnect 24 doesn't exist anymore, meaning that there are no more online levels in that game, ever, other than some videos that you'll find online. But I'll talk more about that once I actually get to that game, assuming we do, which I think we will. I also encountered some big issues with this game, and it sounds like this game runs perfectly, so that won't be any problem. And I haven't heard anything about the sequel running poorly either, so I'm pretty sure we're going to get to play through both of these just fine. So of course, Boom Blox is not going to only have one kind of block, or two, I guess, or three that we've seen so far. We have bombs, as you might expect. Also, in case you're curious. And in case you're getting annoyed by this guy in particular. Everyone watches, and then everyone's sad. Okay, it feels wrong to not hit the fuse. I'm kind of far away from my TV, so it's hard to have a steady hand. There we go. You're very happy. Characters in this game are all very super fragile. Like, the lightest touch will destroy them. The sequel changed that, to say the least. But we can focus on this game for now. Vanish blocks. These things are nice. So, this is a much less violent way of getting rid of a block. Vanish blocks simply disappear once they're touched, essentially. Yeah, hit, that's the better way of putting it. When hit, they disappear. It's not like any kind of contact will make them disappear. Only things that register as hits, quote unquote, things that can damage blocks. If something can set off a bomb, it can make a vanish block disappear. Impacts and the like will not make vanish blocks disappear or bombs go off. Now, I do usually think to myself that puzzle games aren't very well suited for playthroughs and the like, and I still kind of maintain that mentality. But at this point, I want to play this game, and I feel like I can actually make something of a gimmick of having some nice relaxing things where we just kind of sit back and enjoy ourselves. Throwing things and making things go up very, very mindfully. Okay. Yeah, some of these I forgot tend to end in the deaths of many of the onlookers. But yes, as the name said, chemical blocks, sneak to the touch, and boom. The size of the explosion, I believe, is actually not related at all to the size of the chemical block, though. I think it's the same case with the bomb blocks, actually. Meaning that lots of small bomb blocks exploding simultaneously is way more powerful than one big one exploding singularly. Look at that. Time of day is changing. Oh, yeah. Up. I did a good job. Of course, you can't just grab things and then do this. Yeah, you can also do this. It is kind of, sometimes kind of hard to resist it, just get violent with it. And kind of at the same time, that's very easy to destroy. What are you doing? There we go. So, despite that this is a puzzle game where I might get frustrated at points, I'm going to try to just make this laid back and nice. So I might not put as much energy as I usually do into this. Not that I'm usually especially energetic. But after this little introduction, I might tone things down a bit for pleasantry's sake. I refuse. I still got points. I won! See, sign this game is kind of generous. Not really. Not usually. Well, I think it's satisfied with that goal. I actually do need to develop something else. Now, you do need a really soft, subtle touch in this game sometimes. Weird things like this. This game does, as you can imagine, have a wide variety of types of challenges. Most of which come from its grand variety of tools. Now you will find lots of Jenga types of puzzles. I want a thing. The ability to actually play the rest of the game? Oh, that too, I guess. Wait, what? How do you get Medieval Forest in create mode? I haven't been there. That's a weird thing to unlock. Now I can actually do things. So basically, there are two different kinds of campaign. Wait, and then you just have park mode. So I would like to play every level, at least. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get gold on everything. Bronze or better, silver or better. Yeah, I guess I'll have to see. Go away. Okay, that's kind of funny. Make a cow blow away by touching that. But anyways, like I was saying, I'd like to show off all of these. I don't think I can really expect myself to get gold on all of these though. So I'll have to see what standard I end up setting for myself as we play through the game. Anyways, Explore is basically just thematic types of things. Thematic by content. Whereas Adventure is thematic by, well, themes. As in actually having scenarios and having different settings. In Explore, we're only going to see the grass and block things we've seen so far in the tutorials. You can start out with this, I suppose. I believe these ones, yeah, these are the ones that actually unlock stuff. As you can see, we can also edit things with the plus button. But now it's going to tell us how to create things. I don't know if I really want to do that right now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to skip that. But this game does have a nice editor. It's actually very friendly. It's kind of surprising. Okay, why can't I go? They move up. There we go. Camera wasn't really consenting to being moved. I don't remember all the controls for this. Anyways. That's something you can do, just in case you're wondering. You can write out the rest of this episode here, though. I'm not sure how I'll really end up distributing all the different playthroughs of different themes and the like in this game. We'll have to see. I mean, this one's easy enough, I might as well build on it. Just need to figure out the best approach for this. I think I got it there. I just need to work out the weak point. Thankfully, you don't actually need the gems to hit the ground. The game's very generous with not forcing you to make anything actually touch the ground. Specifically, I imagine, so you don't have those annoying situations where everything crumbles, but you still have 1 or 2 gems sitting on the rubble. Must I? If I just do this. So how about I do this? Oh wait, it worked. Kinda. If I do it a lot. Oh darn it. Ah, see? There we go. Anyways. It's not gonna win us much. 5 throws. I don't even know how you take 5 throws to do those. I think, okay, so I'm guessing it can happen like that. I was thinking what would happen was it would actually tip that way, big lava fall from the ult to the right. This works too. Yay. Thinking this game's gonna get a lot harder. I'm gonna end up being a lot more frustrated. I was always annoyed that you can't have certain characters that you'll see here as profiles. I don't think you can have the, where are they? I don't think you can have the panda or the, what else was it? There's is there a raccoon in this game or is that in the next game? Anyways, I don't think you have a panda as a as your profile character anyways. In either case. Ah! Come on. Oh, I can get this one. This one is good if I remember how to do it. Yeah. Put Django on it. It's weird doing Let's Plays games that involve like physical movement. It's not usually a thing. Like I don't usually have to concern myself with physically disrupting my recording setup. Or you guys like hearing the results of me moving around. It's like Jenga, but oh, I can. Okay. I was about to say I can't move the camera, but indeed I can. So how about we do that? Attack its weak point. Need to be structurally minded in this game. Everyone's unhappy. I don't know why. Why are they unhappy? There we go. You got it? Yeah, awesome. I'm starting to kind of something. I'm sure you hook it harder. I remember that most of the Explorer was actually pretty easy, comparatively speaking, and then it gets harder when you get to the other stuff. Alright, I guess we can finish this level, or finish this episode by unlocking something in this, though. Whatever this unlocks for us. Alright, so I imagine what I can do here is hit both those at once. Maybe not. What I can do, though, because those gems get destroyed, but I can also do this. Because that woodblock won't. Come on. This game runs pretty much flawless in an emulator. I love it. I love it when I can forget that I'm playing a game on an emulator. In fact, I don't know, well, I was about to say, I don't know why I'm not playing this game on my actual Wii. The reason I'm not playing my actual Wii is because I have, 1, worse video quality, and 2, I don't actually have any video games running right now. My Wii is on. I'm using my Wii sensor bar. I had to turn my Wii to do that. So, it's kind of awkward. I'm using an actual Wii, and Wii Remote, of course, mixed with other things in a weird way. In any case, so that'll be that for this episode of Boom Blox. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. Hooray! As you can see, we do have implements other than the few we've seen so far. We don't just have tugging on things and then throwing baseballs at things. We have a lot more, you will see. In fact, we even have some very, very different implements to what we've seen so far, so stay tuned for variety. any case, see you next time when we, I suppose, just finish off the gym blocks. Bye guys, we'll test out the bowling ball.